this one to say. Now can I click go live here? Boom. I am here. Here I am doing the flim flam stuff. As good as it started anyway. Hello everyone. How's it going? I have returned to the forge. Once again. Not even for the last time this week. I'm going absolutely mental on these forges. There's just so much to cover. Just so much to do. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Forge a knife and do it. How you all doing? It's finally Friday. It is finally Friday. My favorite part is when Kristen killed the gay. I remember that part, but yeah. First evidence is that you have a problem. Not yet. I'm not there yet. We'll get there. Also, I don't know what became like kind of tradition, but here's the can opening. Hell yeah. Good stuff. I don't know why, but last forges I've always said to Dr. Pepper, and you know what? I like Dr. Pepper, so there you go. And they have a good can opening game. It's good sounds, really good sounds. Oh, yeah, I did the forge yesterday. Then we watched Andor, all 3 episodes. Put them in the can, recorded the philisms, so you can look forward to them in the future from the E5 side. But me, mad lad that I am, I already rewatched the first episode in preparation for tomorrow. So tomorrow, you will get my coverage of all the Andor episodes, all 3 of them. So yeah, I'll do all of that before EFAP, so you can all go and enjoy your fappins. As far as I know, I'm not on there. They I think they're doing Rings of Power. I don't even know, but yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow, like afternoon-ish. So probably around the time I did the She-Hulk with Meme. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And then, yeah, I actually don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow evening then. I might actually just take it easy, play some video. Maybe just start up a stream and play some video gorms while EFAB is on. Yeah. I didn't even realize that my Saturday would be off then. That's pretty nifty. Could also use the time to prepare more Star Trek episodes for Jay and my Star Trek TNG podcast that you should all check out because it's very fun. It's like the good thing I'm watching right now. So that is very nice. But we're gonna do at least 2 more episodes on Sunday on those. Get a bunch more in the can, and then probably a couple of more the week after. And then they're gonna release on Jay's second channel every week. So if you don't catch them live on Twitch, you will be able to see them every Thursday over there. Because I think that it has never really been advertised to any degree, so go watch that. It's fun stuff, and TNG is good flisms. Where are you at to TNG? Let me look at my notes. I think we're like 6 episodes away from finishing season 1. So the last episode I watched was I think it was the Arsenal of Freedom. Let's see. Yeah, it's the Klingon one, and then the Arsenal of Freedom. Yeah, that's the last one I watched. Yeah, Arsenal of Freedom is awesome. I really like that episode. There's some really good dialogue in there. So yeah. And people have been saying I had 3K subs. Yeah, I did. I talked about this yesterday. It's very cool. I just put a little thank you tweet. It's like, hey, only 50 away from 30K, and you mad people made it 3K just right as I hit the Forged. Basically, the Forged? The Forge. Right as I started the Forge yesterday. So that's pretty cool. Thank you very much for all the support. I'm glad people have been enjoying these little flim-flam forges. I enjoy doing them. It's good stuff. And yeah, as I said yesterday as well, you'll probably see me streaming more in general on here, because I pretty much decided to move all my streaming stuff over to YouTube. And I'm probably gonna handle it like Mutually is. So I'm gonna be streaming the gaming stuff on here on this channel, and then the re-uploads go over to the archive channel that you're used to. But yeah, the idea is it's not necessarily of this recent drama, because I'm basically not affected by this at all, more or less. It's still shitty, obviously, what is happening on Twitch with that they just refuse to do the 70-30 cut. But I've been thinking about it for a while, and I feel like I'm just kind of gimping myself by not just concentrating on one thing. I mean, on YouTube, I actually see some growth happening when I do content. And while I'm more focused on this here, I can stream a lot on Twitch. And if you don't stream like every day consistently, there's just no growth happening. And I do want to grow this channel because I'm having a lot of fun, and you guys seem to enjoy what I'm brewing together here. So yeah, you probably see all those gaming streams from now on here. I probably finish my current game over on Twitch, which is Elandra, and after that, pretty much starting October, I would guess I guess you could call October like a test month, and I will stream my spooky games here, right here. It's gonna be Silent Hill, hopefully 1 and 2, but definitely gonna start with 1, obviously, because I got myself a copy of those games. And I know people already yelled at me. I got the HD remaster for PS3 because that was the only version I could find that was not horribly overpriced on the internet. So we'll find out together how bad this copy still is, because I found out quickly when I tweeted that little picture on Twitter. It's like, no Metal, what are you doing? This one is shit. And then I saw a list like, yeah, that sounds pretty shit what they did. But I also seen that it is fine to play now, still inferior, but you know, we'll figure it out. I'm sure you will all point it out to me how awful the game is now. Still is. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. I'm pretty confident that the streams are gonna go pretty well. But yeah, that's just a quick update on what I was thinking of. I talked about yesterday, but I thought there's probably some people here that weren't here yesterday because I streamed very early. I streamed like 3 hours before now yesterday. So like 4 p.m. 4:30 yesterday, because we had to record those Andor themes. So I basically got up an hour earlier, started work an hour earlier, so I could start this an hour earlier to do more stuff later. You know what I mean? You're a bad person for that? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm still German, so there you go. So yeah, tomorrow the Andor Forge. I mean, if you just want the short version, it is shockingly decent. It's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. There's some good character stuff happening in there. It has set a pretty good baseline. If they now keep it that way, I would be very happy with this, because they built something pretty good in the first 3 episodes. Now they have to keep it that way. So that's the short version. It's neat for now. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident in saying though, those 3 episodes is probably the best Star Wars content that they have put out since Disney took over. it's pretty much the best Disney content we got from Star Wars. I'm pretty confident saying that. I'm not gonna sing its praises now. They have to do a bit more than that just to put a good baseline. But yeah, we have some characters we have characters that talk to each other and not say their lines. So we were all pretty happy so far. So yeah, I'll talk about it more tomorrow because I only watched the first episode so far. So I hope we get some more info from me tomorrow. So yeah, there it is. We actually looking forward to the 4th episode coming out and watching it, which is shocking these days that that's a thing that can still happen. It's like, ooh, I want to see more. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Looking forward to that. So I don't even mind rewatching those other 2 episodes tomorrow before I do that Forge. But yeah. Earlier I was hanging out. Hey Riza, what's up? It's nice when the characters like those. Yeah, me too. Oh wow, Myrtle, no long see. Yeah, it's almost like I was hanging out on it's almost like I was on Meme Stream earlier. By the way, if you didn't know, it was Meme's birthday yesterday for him. It's still his birthday for me today. So if you want to say happy birthday to him, go over to his Twitter flame or his YouTube flame and say happy birthday to him. He did a little birthday stream earlier today. So there you go. I mean, if you were here yesterday, you probably already said happy birthday to Mr. Meme. But there you go. I'm not late, you're late. Wow. If people like Ender, there'd just be 5 more years of Disney trash sludge made on the back of a half success. Well, that's just kind of the fear. They do something good and then they go like, oh, you're doing pretty good there. Do you want to put like Luke Skywalker in there or something? It's like, no, stop it, no. Sub true. I read the site as Galadriel trans soldiers. Wait until Gary hears about this one. That's not what I wrote. It says trains. And I will have rescued Baby Yoda from Order 66. That would be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty funny. So yeah. And I think after I'm done with this Forge, I'm just gonna sit down on my couch and actually play on that PlayStation 5 I got for myself. I installed Ratchet and Clank on there, tested it out. Looks pretty good, looks pretty fun. So I'm just gonna have myself a nice relaxing evening on a Friday and play some video by myself. I'm sorry, chat, you're not invited to this video game session. I'm sorry. Normally you're always invited, but this time it's just me, baby. Just me. Boo! Play Returnal. I was eyeing Returnal. I think I saw someone play it. Who was it? I think it was Prod. I think Prod was playing it. It looked pretty neat. It looked pretty short though, but I don't know if there's like multiple endings or something, and I only watched the first one or something. But it looks like it could be a pretty fun game to play, and I think it's not super expensive as well. I was eyeing that even before I had a PlayStation. It was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the worst crime a German has ever committed. I'm from Germany, by the way. Oh, hello. I was invited to my birthday party. Not anymore. No metal, no peace. Defund Twitch. Are you breaking up with me, Metal? Maybe I am. It's a roguelike? Yeah. Just want to play the Demon Souls remake, them critical animations. Yeah, so I talked about it before, but I got actually a pretty good deal, all things considered, on that PlayStation. So I paid $750, Euro bucks that is, which for only the PlayStation 5 would normally be the price they would take. But I got 3 games with it in the bundle. So I got Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, and Ratchet & Clank on top of it. And the PlayStation 5 is like in pristine condition. So yeah, if I would value those in, I'm pretty much at current retail price almost. In the best case scenario, like if we would go with full price for all the games, You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a pretty lucky deal I found. So I jumped on that pretty much immediately. I was waiting on Amazon to notify me because I put myself on a list, like a waiting list. But yeah, I don't know. That price went up as well. Like it was below 600, and then it was went up over 600. And I was like, oh man, this sucks. And I was looking around on eBay. I was like, ooh, that looks pretty good. And it was here, like the guy, it was from a private seller. Took 2 days. It was here. That fucker was fast as fuck, dude. So yeah, pretty happy with that. He got a good rating for me. So yeah. Funnily enough, there was even an extra battery for the controller in there. And I think on the description it said it's like even a bigger battery with longer runtime. But I'm not gonna disassemble my basically brand new PlayStation 5 controller. I'm kind of scared. So, but if at any time this battery fails, I have a new one right here with a little set to pull it apart. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, I shortly tested. Hang on, I forgot my dishwasher is still on. Shut up, dishwasher! I'm busy. No. Why are you yelling at me? Shut up. Oh, fuck off. Stupid dishwasher. Of course, while I'm streaming, I not only forgot that it's still on, it also didn't pump the water properly. So now I have to let it cool out and rinse the fucking thing that pumps the water out. Something got stuck in there. It's normally not supposed to go beep, beep, beep. Just like 3. And then it's donezo. Stupid dishwasher. And here I was, I'm just gonna do some multitasking. Rude. Very rude. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to put it on later on again. That is all good. Jelly versus dishwasher. Yeah. I got 3 games, 3 copies of The Last of Us 2. Oh no. The dishwashers have gained sentience. Damn it. That's the one thing I didn't want to happen. You can't talk about whammon like that. Hey, if your whammon is gonna do beep, 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 you're gonna go blub, blub, blub. You know what I mean? I don't even know. That just, ooh. Nah, see, now I'm canceled. That's how you get stuff canceled. No, shoot. I think I made a mistake coming up with Rings of Power at the same time with House of Dragon. Yeah, I like that the House of Dragon is the one thing I'm not watching because it's like, I didn't really watch Game of Thrones. So I don't care. And then everyone is like, you should watch that. That one is actually pretty good. And I was like, God damn it. Now it's too late. I can't watch 5 hours of things and then cover it as well. I think that would have exploded my budget. But yeah, I heard good things about Hot D, which is a really funny short name for it. Hot D. I'm gonna watch myself some Hot D tonight. So yeah. That's that. If I look at my calendar, She-Hulk and Rings of Power actually conclude in the same week, which is just kind of funny to see. Yeah, it's they both end 13th and 14th of October, and after that my schedule gets a bit more free again, which is nice. Which is pretty nice. And clipped. Damn it! Finally tips over the edge of insanity. Not yet. I still have 3 weeks to go with full flip-flop effect, if you will. Oh, man. Do you prefer watching She-Hulk or Rings of Power? Here's the thing. Well, She-Hulk is much, much, much worse. It's also much, much, much shorter. And it's more fun to talk about. Well, like this episode of Rings of Power, this one felt like we were walking in place. Because we pretty much got, I thought all the things we did have been resolved. But now they just added new drama on it and then concluded it again almost. It was really weird. It was I don't know. Just another. Just not into it. There's still no character I want to see. So I was like, oh, this character's doing a thing now. No, this one is doing a thing. I know, it's just. I would not watch it if I wouldn't be covering it for the Forge, to be honest. Obviously, it's now in the discussion, so it makes sense for me to watch it. But man, also those fucking Harfoots, man, they just reinforce what a bunch of psychos they are. It's crazy. But we shall get there. We shall get there. But yeah, I think that concludes my little roundup of what's been going on. Obviously, I was on here yesterday, so not a lot happened. I basically just watched Andor, went to bed, woke up, did some work, watched Rings of Power, prepared this one. Then after that, I prepared the first episode of Andor, and now I'm here after I had like 45 minutes of chillax time. So yeah, I think this is how Mauler feels all the time, but with more things. So yeah, it's fun though. It's fun. I'm having fun doing it. That's the important part. All right, that's ROP discussion done. What's next? It's not every day I wish for the forces of evil to overtake the pure people of Middle-earth. Yeah, it's man, I hate those Harfoots. Those Harfoots can fuck off. They can just fuck off. It's amazing how the Harfoots will leave people that are within seeing distance, and then none of them will help Harfoots that are falling behind. Yeah, like they make them walk in the back, and then they also won't let them camp with them. I was like, why? What are we doing? But we'll get there. Let's jump in this episode, shall we? I mean, let's see. How many months in advance do you have to book Mauler? It's even hard for me to get a hold of him during the week, especially because his sleeping is like lots of times like the opposite of mine. So he's awake while I have to work. And then it's like, hey, you want to hang out while I stream? It's like, well, I have this stream this time, and I have this thing and this thing. Yeah, because he's like on all these streams. But then I get myself a Rags or something, and they hang out with me. He is on long man time, not sure, but yeah. But I'm gonna go visit him finally again over New Year's. I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a good time. Just hanging out, watching movies, getting drunk. Should be good stuff. I'm looking forward to that. Still gonna do streams. He said he's still gonna hold up the streams. And I will be able to stream as well from there. So there you go. Everything will be the same for you guys. Only that if I stream, I probably won't have a webcam with me, so you won't see my face, which could be a plus for some people. So there you go. So yeah, I assume I'm gonna be on those EFABs. I believe they're 2 weeks, so I assume there's gonna be 2 EFABs. I'm gonna be around. I'm still thinking if I'm gonna record 2 forges for the weeks that I can just premiere or something when I'm there, or if I just grab mutually and say like, you're gonna block these days and we're gonna do a forge together. You cannot escape because this time I can actually punch you because I'm in the next room. Gonna share microphones for EFAB? No, I have a microphone there. He got one for me when I was over there last time. We did what was it? It was the Terminator, the newest Terminator we watched, and then we did an EFAB on it. Funnily enough, you know how on my avatar you have this headset that I had years and years before? He bought the same headset for over there because the microphone on the thing is actually pretty good. So yeah, I'll have that one over there, and it has good sound as well. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna sit on my laptop or something. So everyone's like 5 hours ahead of me now. Yeah. Does Maul live in a castle? Strikes me as a castle dweller. The house didn't look like a castle. Maybe I only saw it from the inside so far. So maybe on the outside there's like a big ass castle. Who knows? Did you leave your toothbrush there too? No, unless he kept the one I bought when I was over there, which would be kind of weird if I'm gonna be honest. But no, I'm probably just gonna buy a new one. No, he's moved and it's a castle. Well, yeah, I'm talking about the new place. I saw the new place from the inside. He gave me a little tour before I fixed this PC. It's like, dude, did I show you the house? No, I was like, no, I just saw a picture. It's like, okay, let's go move around, and showed me all the places. Good times, good times. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. Just gonna be fun in the bun. Gonna get good. I'm actually looking forward to go to Tesco's again in Asda because I feel like those shops are way better than the ones we have in Germany, especially because they have like a section with warm food and they sell like warm chicken, like all day, and it's basically paradise. You just go there and they're like, here's a bag, just put all the chicken in there and get it to the cash to the cash out. It's like, yes, give me all your bags and all the chicken you have here. I'll pay with card. Never some real dimensions in the house, but okay. Chicken. I do like me some Trimkin. Trimkin is pretty good. Anyway. Good times ahead. Good times ahead. Or since you can buy a whole cooked chicken. Oh my. Warm chicken? You mean alive? No! Well, maybe they do. I haven't checked. But yeah. That's what's been going on. So yeah, let's jump into this episode. If we want to or not. That's just a thing that's gonna happen now. Where is the... There it is. We have hot chicken in America. Anyway, rangs. Yeah. Let's go to them rangs. So, unfortunately, we start with the Harfoots, which is always a non-good thing. So basically, Nori goes to Meteor Man and talks to him, and apparently she seems to have taught him some language. He's starting to understand some of the things. And she tells him about the migration and that there's perils between the migration spots. And he says, I'm peril. And he mentions like the fireflies. And Nori says, nah, you're good. That was an accident. I was like, you keep saying that, but you have no idea if that's true. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And they... wait, is that thing? Oh yeah, that's it actually. I thought I missed something in my notes, but that's it. So they basically make their way further, and they show us some stuff on a map. And Poppy is singing. So here's the thing. If you've seen my tweet, you saw my confusion, okay? So I'll show you the things they show us on this, right? Actually, let me get this map out because there's a interactive map of Middle Earth, and I was really confused where exactly they go. So I was able to pinpoint the thing they show us here. So you see here they go like here this way. And they go like over here to the gray marshes, which seem to be the dead marshes at some point because this is earlier. So this is what they show us here. So now let me show you what is on the other thing. Wait, no, that's the chat browser. Hang on. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Interactive map of Middle-earth. There you go. So... You see, this is... Where's my mouse? There you go. So, there's this little flim-flam, so they basically go this way. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in more than this. I hope you can see it fine. So, they kind of just go this way. Actually, do I still have this? I do have. Hang on. I even have a way better visualization. So you have this because I thought I closed that paint one. There you go. So, where did I put it? So, as I've drawn it here, they go like this way-ish, right? And they kind of make their way over there. See, they go like through the mountains, as you can see right here. Make their way through the mountains, and then kind of make their way to through the marshes, right? Right? You following so far? You following so far? Seems pretty straightforward, right? And you can also see they're right here. There's like this. This is all the mountains of Mordor. You know, you can see them pretty well. Like they're right here and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's pretty straightforward. I was like, oh man, I'm really curious. Like, where are they going? Like, where are they going next? So they kind of move around, do their thing, and you see they go for like some swamptisms or whatever, some little lake stuff. And you're like, okay, so you have these mountains to the right, so they have to go all the way down, I guess, or they have to go down or through some mountains. But the next map shot is this. And they go right. And where are they? Where is this? I just don't get it. I was looking on those maps, like somewhere close area. I don't understand. Like where is this here? Narnia. I think they're way further east in the first episode. Wait, maybe? They took a detour for some trout. In the trout band. Gotcha. Because when I started Googling for trout band, I couldn't even find any. I couldn't even find anything on that. So I feel like this is like made up territory somewhere. Where did the thing go? Yeah, because you see how there's like mountains and stuff everywhere? Like, there's no mountains. So did you go here? And then poof. And they go, I don't know, over here. I don't know. Is this supposed to be somewhere here? Did they go through this area right there? Did they go here? Did they go over here? Did they go all the way down there and then to the right? I don't know. Yeah, or maybe it's super zoomed in. I have no idea. Where are they? I assume they're going somewhere. Their end destination is somewhere in Mordor, where everyone is gonna meet up at some point. I just couldn't figure out where the hell this is, and no one answered me on Twitter. Except Odin. He said the writers know in their mind somewhere. So yeah, that really confused me, because the reason I wanted to know is like, oh, I can maybe kind of figure out what the timeline is so far. But that was out of the window. They have to be in the Southlands of the story. Maybe they go through a mountain pass. I mean, they have to, right? They just have to. There's like no other way. And we even get like a third one that just goes further to the right. Like this means anything. Yeah, it's Trout Bend, and then they get to Thistledell and the Braids. And I was like, oh, the Braids, that sounds potent. Potent, I don't know if that's even the word I was looking for. I was like, oh, I could just probably Google for that and they show me something. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if they're like this is one of the mountain things? Is this Barad-dûr? Where the Dark Tower is? Is this where they're going right now? The thing is, there's no water in this place of the map, so I have no clue. So yeah, it is a mystery to me where they are. I wish they would show me like the full map so I have a understanding where they are. Because these things don't mean shit to me. I don't know what this is. I don't know where this is. Here's like this mountain pass. This could be one of the tips. You know what I mean? It could be like one of these tipperoonies here. Like one of these two, maybe. So they might already be in Mordor, and they just kind of went from here and then went here, and now they're somewhere here, maybe. Seeing a map was exposed to bad writing. Ah, even more? Damn it. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. They're migrating somewhere. Voyage take months, supposed to be a seasonal migration. They even say in this episode, someone says that it takes months, I think. There was something with months. I'll mention it when we get there. I took a note. Because I'm pretty sure they've been talking about months. And this is where I started to look like, oh, where are we then? Because we know, because we have the binding thing where the people all saw the meteor crashing down. So my idea was initially to kind of see how much time has passed. But that's not happening. Because if we go by this, Galadriel has been on the road for months now. But then we kind of have to assume that she has been on the water for months? Has it already been months on her travel to the Blessed Lands? And it's been only a couple of weeks or days since she got to Numenor? I don't know. So yeah, this was just my thinking and where this tweet I did came from, which confuzzled me greatly as to where we are. She swam for 2 weeks, okay. Fair enough. Makes sense to me. Anyway, let me get my notes back up. Elf Tower stuff is timeline measured in days, though. I know. I don't think it adds up at all. I'll give the elf with Bronwyn, like the Arendir story part, I would give this 1.5 weeks at most. Doesn't check out, doesn't it? I didn't think about these two. It was like, oh yeah, they saw the thing happen, and that was just maybe a week or two, if we're being very gracious. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But yeah. And they show us this path, as I said. Poppy sings a song. I said that already too. Also, yeah, someone in Mola's Discord posted this already. So know how they told them to stay behind, like last in line? This somehow evolved into them not being allowed to even camp with them anymore. Don't ask me why, but they're not even allowed to camp with them anymore. Maybe because they have the big guy with them and they don't want them there. Also, hang on. I'm just looking at this picture. Isn't their whole shtick that they want to stay hidden? There's nothing to hide here. Only now think about this. Like, they don't want to get seen and everything, right? That's like their whole shtick. Why would they stop on this big-ass plain with water stuff where you can't hide for shit? Oh, they have active camo. Ah, okay. Now that makes sense then. Because the Harfoots are challenged. They're clearly challenged in some degree. So yeah, there's the thing. They wouldn't need to hide right now. They have counter UAVs. The smoke also has camo. Oh, that's funny because it's not even dark or anything. It seems like they have like at least an hour of daylight left, and there seems to be like trees and stuff over there, right? So why not go there and then just chill out there where you not get seen immediately? Someone happens to ride along here. I don't believe they haven't been seen for like 1,000 years. Seems kind of silly, but oh well. The Harfoots are special. They're very special, and they're not crazy at all. They are not crazy at all, I swear. Yes. The Harfoots. Wait, someone added me in Disc Schlorm. Let me have a look-see. That is the wrong server. There you go. Rings of Power, spoiler. Maybe this is how the full trail looks. Oh, that's a bit small. Let's see. The Brownlands, EU. I mean, this is kind of where they... let's see. Let me show you guys. Which one is this? Unknown PNG? Yes. I need to cut my window so it looks nicer into the visual thing. Now we have like the little flimbus up there. That doesn't matter. That was the overlay. That's the wrong button. So this is the marshes. I mean, this is the path that I thought because they come down here. This is the path they take. So they probably come from up here. And they go here. Unless it's like super zoomed in. If that's what you mean. So you mean they basically went up to here and then they stopped. So they just kind of super zoomed in. And this is all we see. And the mountain thing we see is just the edge of Mordor. Could be. Maybe, yeah. It's a possibility. It would appear so. I mean, that's the only thing that would make sense. But I don't at least know. I haven't found a map that goes as deep as this one even. So yeah, I don't know. I think it even goes further here because they go through these mountains on the map they have. So it probably goes like somewhere like this maybe, which would be silly because they could have just gone this way, I guess. But who knows how the woods look. Mordor is the Southlands of Demon, I think. Yeah. The thing is, that's why I'm confused. And when they go to the right is because there's like all these mountains here, and they don't show them on the map. So something is going on when they show the map. It must be zoomed in or anything. It's just confusing how they show it. If you try to understand where they actually are right now, you're looking at maps wrong. Damn it. Yeah, that's my bad. Alrighty. Click. So yeah, they just chill out. Also, Big Meteor Man is just chilling out with them. All the family seems cool. Him is just chilling out at the back of the trailer. The trailer. They sounds like they have like a trailer home. That's kind of funny to imagine. And yeah, after that, we finally get the we get the debut of Eminem finally from the trailer. Because now these guys with their white hoods, which are not the KKK, I swear, they're just here looking at the crash site of Meteor Man, and yeah, they just kind of check it out. And yeah, here it is. Here's the trailer shot. There's a boy. At least I think it's a boy. I'm actually not 100% sure. But there he is, looking all got boob chain armor. Yeah, maybe it's actually not a boy. They're all female up there, so it might just look because of the short hair. But yeah, that's all we see from them. No idea what they are, who they are, what they want here. Fuck me, I don't know. But they're looking for Meteor Man to do something. I wonder if they just look evil and they're actually not evil at all. It's just another red herring, maybe. I don't. Just making assumptions here. I have no clue. So we then see Adar. He's looking at the sun. Some orc comes over, tells him, "Lord, the tunnel is ready." And he blabbers on about the sun. It's like, "Show me your arm." And the orc's arm just starts sizzling and bubbling up. It was like, "How does it feel?" "Lord, it feels like fire." And Adar says, "Oh, I wish you could feel it like I could do. It's really nice and stuff. And I'm gonna miss the sun, but it's gonna be gone soon. And I will become a god." So I guess he wants to darken the sun with pollution, and then this is gonna turn into the Matrix. But yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna darken the sun, apparently. Bronwyn and Arendir speak to the people, telling them about the message that they should join the Orcman people or die, because they're coming for us. And the scene is basically Bronwyn versus Wodrick, because Wodrick, as we've seen in the last episode, is very much a worshipper of the Saurons. And he's like, "No, why would we do that? Come with me and we go join them so we don't die. They're just gonna crush us." And it's just like a little back and forth. And they basically split 50-50. And half of them goes to, I think the nearest city is the idea, where the orcs are waiting for them. And the other ones stay to fight. And Waldrick also really wants Theo to join. It's like, "Oh, come on, what are you doing?" But he tries like once and then he doesn't care anymore. Also, Arendir has a new armor. I'm pretty sure in the last episode he missed it. He didn't have an armor. So I guess he just found a new one in the tower, maybe. But he has his armor flames back. I just noticed that. I'm pretty sure he didn't have one when he was let go of the orc trenches. And that's that. Now we go to Numenor, and we see that Numenor is getting ready. And Isildur's like, "Hey Dad, I want to fight too." But if you remember, he didn't become a sea guard, so fuck you, right? And his dad is like, "Well, it's nice that you want to fight, but what are your qualifications? Are you a sea guard? Are you a queen's guard? Are you this stable horseman man boy?" He's like, "Oh, don't be ridiculous." And he's like, "Well, do you want to fight now? Maybe you find something to fight for at some point, but you got yourself heated from the sea guards, and all the other ones you see here have found a place to serve, and you clearly didn't, so you obviously don't care about that, so piss off." And he says, "I'm ready to serve now." And I was like, "Well, you had your chance. You had your chance. Isildur had his chance." And then he leaves him. And he also lets us know that half the city has apparently volunteered to join the fight. So I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, that's it. That's what happens. That's like one of those scenes where they just tell us everything they think and want to know. So there you go. But you also see that all these council people inside the halls, they're like not on board at all with this whole going to war. And like, oh, you hear like chatter. It's like, they don't know why they do this. And they beg Pharazôn to sway his decision, like which he can't because it's the queen's decision, right? So can't do shit. And hey, remember Arian? She's like really, really against them going back, and they make like a big point about her being against this. And he really wants Pharazôn to stop this because she hates the elves so much, I guess. But I think the idea is that she doesn't want her family to go and wants to be left behind all alone because the other brother is gone, and now her brother and dad is gone soon as well. I guess that's why he wants them to stop. I don't know. She gets like no dialogue. She just really wants them to not go, and it just comes over as I hate elves too. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, she talks to Cammon. It's like, oh, go to him. You have his ear. And he's like, well, he doesn't. He shuts his ears when I talk. And she legit says, well, then tell to him louder. Point being that he should try harder, I guess. But just fun that she just says, well, he closes his ears. Like, well, then talk louder. It's just like a meme answer, you would say. Yeah. And we see that Halbrand is smithing swords, and they seem to be really, really good swords. Because the smith master is like, ooh, that looks nice. And then some of the Queen's Guard comes out and is like, you have visitors, and he gets asked to the Queen. And the Queen, Galadriel, and Pharazôn chilling out. He's like, yeah, they're like kind of here somewhere in Mordor or something. They kind of went that way. And then we get like peak Galadriel. Because oh, this is great. Actually, let me give me a second. I'm gonna put a little loop-de-loop here real quick. Yeah, there we go. So, Galadriel, my god, she is so unlikable. So, what happens is, Halbrand shows them what's going on. It's like, okay, they were here, they probably went like that way, all good. And Queen thanks him and says, oh, you will undoubtedly be useful on landfall as well. And he's basically like, what? What do you mean, landfall? And he's like, well, Galadriel informed you mean to unite your people. And he just legit says, did she now? It's like, was she speaking in haste? And before he can even explain himself, Galadriel goes like, it's just the weight of his task. It's just the weight of his task. He will be doing his part as soon as we arrive. And then the queen has to go because she needs to go to the king. And Halbrand just looks at Galadriel and says like, Galadriel informed us. And he basically tells her that you used me, and after all I wanted is to be left alone and start new at Numenor. And then she says, I have just convinced Numenor to send 5 ships with 500 people to aid your people and place a crown upon your head. Some might assume you used me. What the? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? What is wrong with you? Why would you? He doesn't want to do anything with this. He just wants to fucking chill here. He had a really bad time over there. He's like, I'm not going back. I like it here. It's nice here. I can smith some weapons. I'm really good at that. But also, instead of her going like, oh no, you have to come. You have to help your people. I mean, you're the king after all. Deserve this. And you can't flee from your responsibility. Anything but this. Tell him anything but this. Like, of course he's gonna be fucked off with you. It's like, that's your answer? Some might assume you used me, or many might assume you used me, whatever the exact quote is, but it's the same, the reasoning stays the same. Like, man. And he basically just goes like, rips off his little satchel he has around his neck, rips it off, puts it on the things, like, find another hat to crown, and leaves. And I was like, correct decision. Correct. Like, what the fuck did you expect to happen, Galadriel? What did you expect to happen? If you just keep being as cunty as you are, of course people are gonna be like, no, fuck you. Of course it's gonna work in the end, because we need them all over there. But, Jesus Christ. What the hell are we doing? What is she doing? I always go back to remind myself how she is in the trilogy, in the actual trilogy, and it's like, this is a very, 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 very different character. Very, very different. Absolute insanity. Absolute madness. Just can't believe she said that. Many would assume you used to be. It's like, fuck. You remember how he saved your life? Remember that? When that happened? You would be very dead. Fucking ungrateful. Really annoying. Really annoying. So. Oh, back to the Harfoots. Time to figure out how much of fucking psychos they are. So we're back to the Harfoots, as I just said 7 seconds ago. And they make their way through some woods, and our family is wondering that we follow. It's like, well, why don't we go this way? Maybe Rockfoot Pass has been blocked or something. And they found some paw prints from wolves on the floor. And because the show thinks we're all retarded, I think Poppy says, wolves. Wolves. You know, in case you can't fucking figure it out for yourselves with the close-up shot of the fucking paw prints. It's dark. Yeah, thanks, Ethan. I'm playing the game, thank you. God, I hate when shows think I'm a retard, dude. Jesus Christ. Fucks me off. It's like, wolves. Like, yeah, I fucking know there are wolves there. You pricks. Anyway. We go to, I think Malva is her name, and the I don't know, leader guy, Sar something. Sardok. And, so she goes like, are you going to tell me what's going on? Really, the woods have never been this barren during this time. He's like, what the fuck am I going to do about it? I don't know. And Sar tells her, like, I can't do anything about it. And then she says, we should have taken their wheels and leave them there. That's what she fucking says. We should have left them there. We should have left the family there. And she goes like, what does it take? Make a widow of somebody? Or an orphan? Bitch. You wanted to leave a family behind, including 2 children. One of them small, like 6-7 years old maybe. Your reasoning is very, very wrong. I hate these little fuckers, dude. They're terrible. Should have just taken their wheels and left them. I hate that they saved her life in the next 2 minutes. What a fucking bitch. What the fuck? Take the wheels, just leave them there. Probably to die. Actually, they probably would have even been better off just not walking with them. I wonder if the show knows that the Harfoots are bad people. I don't think they do. They just think they're scared or something. Those Harfoots, man. Actually worse than the Orcs. Just leave them there. Just leave the children there. Fuck me. Anyway, she goes to forage the woods, and then Nori and Poppy goes like, hey, look out, we saw footprints. And then they immediately get attacked by the wolves. But then Meteor Man saves them with magic Flumbus attack. Like he eats one of the wolves, and then does like a ground pound attack. Goes like, and then he eats the wolves. And that fucks up his arm or something. I was hoping the wolves would kill them all. Yeah, that would be good. So yeah, he saved them, and now he has like a fucked up arm. See, he has like a floompy arm with dingus attached to it or something. This isn't. We go back to this later, but yeah, not Gandalf to the rescue. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Next scene. Oh god, we got the Galadriel, this amazing scene now. Right after we show her being a fucking bitch. So, we see the soldiers in Numenor train. Galadriel arrives, like, something, they just use strength and they're not battle tested because, well, of course they aren't. There's no war right now, so they only have their sparring and do the thing. And Elendil asks Galadriel to, I don't know, give them instructions, pointers or something, and they all grab a weapon. And I don't know, she basically starts to start a fight. And the idea is, whoever hits her get promoted to lieutenant. Okay, now before we go through this, is there a difference between a lieutenant and a lieutenant? Because I know both words, but I think they're the same, right? Where's the difference? Or can you just say it both ways? They're the same? Okay. It's the British pronouncing. Okay. British and American. So American is lieutenant and British is lieutenant? Gotcha. Okay. Learned something. Thanks, the Rings of Power. So yeah, they start fighting. First, the one friend of Isildur starts attacking her, and she just, I don't know, does like Matrix dodges and shit. It's at some point the second one goes in, and she doesn't get hit at all. She just dodges and blocks everything, and I didn't really care to go through the whole fight frame by frame. It's really silly. She dual wields at some point. And she's like really amazing, and it goes up to like a 4v1, and then this guy, I think Brasso, is this Brasso? I'm mixing the names up with Andor. It doesn't matter. It's Isildur's friend. He kind of slices her arm a little bit, so her shirt is torn. He's like, "Oh, good job, Lieutenant," and that's a scene. That's how they. It's such an obvious mandated action scene. It's actually insane. Oh, we need an action scene. Oh yeah, just pretend like she's showing them some moves, even though they just fight and then she beats them all. And she just weirdly smirks throughout the whole fight, I think. Like the thumbnail I have where she just smiles when she just, I guess she really enjoys fighting. And yeah, exactly, Gower. They train with sharp swords. I don't know why shows and movies pretend like there's no training swords like ever, but yeah. It's a really silly fight. I didn't care to go through it one by one. I'm sure Shad is gonna have a field day with this fight. So I'm expecting a an analysis of that fight in the future. It's probably gonna happen. And then during the fight, she keeps telling him to keep moving and not just use brute strength, and it's easier to outmaneuver an orc and whatnot. And yeah, I guess that's her super training or something. Oh, he already did that on his stream? That makes sense that it was like 3 hours long. It's called wood or a blunted blade. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and at the end we see Halbrand is watching, some sword swooshing tricks when he picks up, and Galadriel says, "Never knew a smith who can do that." I says, just shut the fuck up, okay. Then we get the scene where Cameron talks to Pharason and pleads with him to stop this. But basically the conversation is, well, I'm not going to war because an elf ordered me to. I go to war for Numenor. His idea being that having a king in Middle-earth that is greatly indebted to Numenor is really good for business and for the economy and trade and everything. So we really shouldn't stop that, and neither should you, Cameron, you little dingus. So yeah, his ulterior motive is profit. That's his thing. Then the queen talks to her father, the king, and she's like, "Hey, it's all good. We're not in danger. We're doing stuff with the elves again. I'm even going to Middle-earth, help them fight the people." And tells her, "Do not go to Middle-earth. All that waits there is darkness." And she's like, "What?" And then the next scene happens. Now we get to see Nori being very, very smart. So Meteor Man is like kind of chilling at a little well or a little puddle with water, and he holds his arm in there. And he's chanting some magic phlism words, and he's essentially freezing his arm over. And he doesn't even notice that Nori is there. It seems like he's like chanting, doing something to his arm, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on there?" And because Nori is very, very smart, she's like, "Oh, his arm is freezing over. Let me put my hand on it. Let me put my hand right there. What could possibly go wrong? Oh no, my hand is freezing over too. Oh my god, I couldn't possibly know that was gonna happen." Oh, it's so painful. Just puts her up, was like, "Oh no." Then she panics and goes like, no. That is crazy. Look at this. And she's like, "Oh, panic, no. And he clearly doesn't realize he's like full on chanting mode. So he's clearly not targeting this at her at any degree. But wait, there's more. So it kind of freezes more and more. She's like, "Oh, wait." Her hand freezes more and more and more. And he just chants and chants. And he chants more. And he's like, "Oh, please stop it. I mean, she's not really starting to raise her voice as well. There's even like a tear rolling down. And he just screams. And he's like, "Ah." And for some reason, when he casts that spell when he's ready casting that spell, you see like visions of like, fireflies, oh no. Suddenly, boom! For some reason she gets fucking yeeted back. Why is that happening? I thought this is a healing spell. Look at her fucking fly. Why? It's like this is I don't. He chanted this to like put like ice over his arm and heal his arm, because we see his arm in a little bit and it's fine. And this is actually why your hand is fine, Gogor. It's a healing spell. At least to some degree. But why does it yeet her across the fucking map, dude? Madness. They're going fucking crazy, dude. He did it on purpose. He's like, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see her because these fuckers are psychos, man. Oh, boobity bobbity beebity bah. Was like not even part of the spell. He just did extra because he's fucked off with the Harfoots. They make me push their stupid fucking card, and then they annoy me all the time. It's like, oh, no power, meh, meh, meh. It's like, these fuckers are all psychos too. Fuck me. And here's another thing. So, Meteor Man immediately realizes after what happened, he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna go and check on her. And she runs away from him. So, normally, I would say, oh yeah, she's obviously scared. She maybe thought he attacked him. Can I remember you in the first episode where he was chanting all the evil things going on? He goes like, and the sky darkens and the trees are moving. And she was standing there looking like, no, I'm your friend. I'm your friend. I'm not scared at all. And now that something happens that was clearly not targeted at her, she's like, oh no, I'm so scared. Are you scared of him or not? Apparently you now are. After he saved this one lady, and you come here to tell him, oh, they're all blushing about you, like they like you, they're all cool. Yeah, the fire stuff was fun as well. So yeah, that's all the Harfoots we get though in this episode, so that's good. But now it's really weird because now we have the now those two have the conflict all the other Harfoots had with this guy before, because they like him now because they saved him apparently, and now she's like, oh no, I'm scared. Just say, and they walked to the Southlands. The end. We'll see them when we get there. Please, because I fucking hate the Harfoots. So annoying. So yeah, very smart. Anyway, we go to Durin and Elrond and the High King. Because remember, Durin was invited by the High King to chillax and relax and act all cool. And they have like their little thing going on. It's like kind of tense. They're about to toast. But then it's like, why are you here? Why I saw your chimneys are back on. Why the sudden reinvigoration of everything? It's like, well, I could have something to ask for you. Why are you being so this and that? And why are you suddenly here? And then Aaron takes like, it's like, oh, it's just for us. It's like a short time, for you, a long time. Blah 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 blah. Drama, you know what it is. It's not. It's just they don't really trust each other. It's basically the idea. And then Durin just touches that stone table they're dining on, and he asks, where did you get this table from? Because this is like a super precious and rare material, only used for monuments and tombs for the fallen. And he says like all serious. And then the high elf king tells him, forgive us our sacrilege. I will obviously send it back with you so you can treat it with the proper respect. And he says, oh, looks like there's still elves with honor around here. I'm gonna say this right now. This was all a lie by him. He was just fucking around with him. We get to know this earlier. So later, I mean, it's just he's just fucking with him, and says that Disa has wanted a new table for a while, and he liked this one apparently. It's just he's just fucking around with the High King. Does he explain how he got it though? Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't. I'm gonna send it back with you. It's fine. And then they toast for realties. And after that, Elrond and the High King talk to each other alone. And Elrond wonders if he, you know what? I think you've been untruthful with me. I think you actually did have ulterior motives. And the High King says, like, do you remember the song of the roots of Hithaeglir? Hithaeglir, I think is how they said it. He's like, it's just a silly song. What does it matter? It's like, recount it. And then the song basically says that on top of the misty mountain, some elven warrior with like a pure as fuck heart poured all of his light into a tree to protect it on top of the misty mountains. While on the other side, a Balrog poured his hatred in it to destroy it, and it took like a long time. And while all these powers were mingling with each other, they seeped in deep into the mountain and manifested into Mithril. That's how Mithril was created, apparently. But you get the Balrog. You gotta see a Balrog. So, yeah, that's the legend. Apparently, that's true because we've seen the Mithril already. So, the High King was after Mithril all along because their tree is now having some darkness flumes on it, some blight. And apparently their only hope at the moment is to get a huge quantity of Mithril to save them. And he wants to know, do the dwarves have it? And Elrond, who is very bad at lying, doesn't say, no, they haven't found anything to protect this oath with Durin. He says, I promise not to tell anyone about their secrets. It's like, motherfucker, that basically means yes. Why would you say that, you fucking moron? I'm not gonna tell them your secrets. It's like, okay, they have them. Thank you. What the fuck? Why would you? I'm not gonna tell you my secrets. It's like, okay, so they got it. I got you, Aaron. But obviously the High King doesn't say that. The High King tells him, would you reconsider your oath if I tell you that we were all doomed as well as all other peoples? And Aaron still says, nah, I'm not telling you. So the High King tells him about the tree. As we see, there's like this blight stuff on it, which they saw shortly after Galadriel's return. And they were hoping, by sending away Galadriel, that the last vestiges of war will be gone and it will be better. But that seems to have only quickened the Eldar's fate. You might wonder, but Metal, where does this blight come from? That's a good question. I don't know. They don't tell us. For some reason, there's floompy stuff all over the tree, and I don't know why. It's evil stuff, and does it have anything to do with the trench? Is it because it's scared of meteors, and when a tree sees a meteor, it starts blighting? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. But this apparently also means they will die soon. Like, all of the elves will die. Except a little bit later, we get a solution presented by Elrond, apparently, which is kind of interesting. But we'll get there soon enough. So yeah, Elrond says that he won't break his promise on the basis on mere hope. And the High King tells him that the eyes of hope are the last ones to shut. And he then says that if the elves abandon Middle-earth now, the face of darkness will march over the face of the earth. And I immediately was like, so you sent back all the elves you got back, right? They're on their way back to Middle-earth to help with the orcs and stuff. Like, you have very good reason to go check this shit out again, because you now know there's evil happening. You sent them back? I really hope you sent them back, Because if not, you're a fucking prick. So yeah, that's their conversation. They need the thing. And by the way, look at this. Elrond still has the little chunk of Mithril. He actually just took it. He did not give it back. He just fucking took it from Durin. Elrond is such a shitty fucking friend. What a bastard. I'm going to tell anyone. But I took your little Mithril thingy. Durin told him to keep it? When? But why would he do that? Why would he do that? Last episode, I completely missed that. I guess that's fair enough then. But why did he let him keep it? As a token of the oath. Well, that makes another thing even worse. Oh, that makes another thing even worse. Oh. Hang on. That actually makes another thing worse, so it's fine. I mean, it's not fine. It shouldn't make it worse, but you know what I mean. Right. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah, we're back in Numenor, where Isildur apologizes to his friends for starting a fight. He offers him to punch them as an apology because he started a fight, and he gets punched twice, once in the face, once in the gut. And he basically wants his friendo to like, can be back in the Seaguard, and he basically says, I have to refuse because I can't stake my name in good conscience if you might just abandon us again. But I hope you find something that you're willing to sacrifice something for in the future. So basically, denied. And then the next scene we see that Cameron goes on one of the boats that is supposed to leave. And he just happens to take the same boat that Isildur decided to hide on as a stowaway. He hears him cough or something, and they have a little fighty flame and drop the lantern, and the fucking boat explodes! And sets another boat on fire. It just fucking explodes. Oh, look at this. I was like, okay, it just exploded, I guess. Whatever, it's not a big deal, but just oh wait, the second one explodes too. I don't even know that happened. Oh yeah, he knocks himself out, right? He just falls over and goes like, And yeah, Isildur saves him, and they grab him out. And for some reason, Isildur doesn't snitch on Cameron for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what he did. Like, he fucking blew those motherfuckers up. I just hid there because I really wanted to go and help with the fighting and stuff. I don't know if the idea is that he doesn't want to get caught sneaking onto the ship or something. Because he's nice. That's just stupid. I would fucking told him. That was dangerous. It almost killed you. Whatever. Then Galadriel, the queen, and Pharazôn talk to each other after seeing the fire, and Elendil informed them of the situation. Pharazôn tells them, maybe we should delay this voyage and win over more people. And Galadriel's like, we still have 3 ships, and also the blessing of your dad, right? And she's like, yeah, which we know is not the case, because her dad is like, there's just darkness over there, no. And the queen then asks Galadriel about Halbrand's, like, what about Halbrand? It's like, he's awaiting our departure, which is obviously lying. And queen decides that we're having a final meeting in the morning where we have our final decision. And Galadriel, you make sure that Halbrand is attending. Okay. So now comes the part where he getting this mithril as a token of friendship is even worse, because he showed the thing to Celebrimbor, and he did tests on it. Lots of tests, apparently. So now that I know he actually gifted it to him, makes this part even worse. He already broke the oath. You already fucked over your friend. Fuck you, Elrond. Fuck you. Like, he talks to him, and he's like, I tested it. And Celebrimbor apologizes, like, hey, I actually did know about the intentions of the king. It's like, oh, that's cool. You know, I just broke this oath because I thought I could trust you. And then Elrond asks him if it's true that Mithril would be able to save them. And then Celebrimbor says that, yeah, I tested it a lot and tested under every duress. And if we're able to get vast quantities of it quickly and shine the light of the Valar onto every elf, it might very well work. What? Why? I don't understand what is happening. So, apparently this current rise of the Orcs is spreading evil towards the Elves, which has something to do with the meteor, or that makes them die. And if they get the light from the mithril that they just now figured out exists, saves them from dying, I think. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going. I guess that helps them. Maybe they want to make a big chandelier out of mithril over their tree and make it nice again. I don't know. I'm very confused as to why this helps. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine, I assume. So Elrond is concerned about his oath, which is horseshit because he already broke it. And then Celebrimbor tells him a story about Elrond's father. It's like, oh, I was there when he departed to convince the gods himself, a mere mortal, to help them in the war against evil. And your mother was like, why does it have to be him? And thing is being like, well, because I'm the only one who can do it. Obviously trying to make the parallel between him and his dad, that he's the only one who can save them. Oh boy. So yeah, that's their scene. Oh, nice. We get another scene between Halbrand and Galadriel. And Galadriel apologizes for using him, but the queen demands him to attend in the morning, and that his presence may decide if or if not this expedition takes place. And then he proclaims that I have helped quite enough, and you do remember that men like me fought alongside them. And she doesn't know what he has done before the wrath, what he did to survive. And when the people that that should be under me, if they discover that, they will cast me out. And then she says the thing: sometimes you find to find the light, we must first touch the darkness. And then she goes, what do you know about darkness? Who did you lose? Whose dagger is this? And she tells him that I lost my brother. He was killed in a place of darkness and despair by servants of Sauron. Is that enough for you? And I was immediately like, not really. It's something that happened to your brother. I feel like you're just kind of angry at them. And Halbrand kind of points that out too. It's like, well, so it's about vengeance then, right? Or why do you keep fighting? And then she says with tears in her eyes, it's because I cannot stop. My company mutinied against me, and my closest friend and the king exiled me because She believes that they could no longer distinguish me from the evil she was fighting. And then Hellbrand, apparent nice guy as he is. I'm sorry for all these things that happened to you, all of them. I'm sorry. And then she says, your sorrows cannot ease my pain, and nor will a hammer and tongs ease yours. And I was like, Jesus Christ, just say thank you or something. Why are you always so aggressive? Why is your responses always so mean? And it was like, there's no peace to be found here for us. Join me across the sea. I fought centuries to earn my freedom, and this is how you find yours. I was like, okay. I would feel much more sympathetic for her if she wasn't so cunty all the time and behaving so goddamn unreasonable. But yeah, that's her cry out to him to bring him over, and obviously gonna work. So yeah, that's that scene. It's just whatever. Right, so I thought I needed to rewind here, but I didn't. Hang on. I think I forgot to write something down. Oh yeah, we have a scene where one Wodrak is talking to Adar. They want to join them, and he's like, "Oh, we're here to join you, Sauron." And then Adar is like super angry and goes over to him. Is like, just yeets him over or something. And he's like, "You're Sauron, right?" And he doesn't even say anything. It's like a bound. We can only be bound by blood. And he takes like the one friend Theo had that was with him in the city. He's like, he basically telling him, "Is like, you gotta kill this guy." And we don't get to see if he actually kills him or not, but it's a very tense scene. So he wants a blood sacrifice to see his devotion to him is actually real. We then see Arondir and Theo talk, and Theo wonders like, "Why you bother training me after you watched us for centuries for so closely? Like, don't you know how shit we are, basically?" And Arondir points out, "Well, watching you for all this time, I realized who the people behind all these tools are." And then Theo points out, "Well, why would you say that? Half of us just left." And he said, "Yeah, but also half of us stayed here. So there's good people here." And that makes Theo trust him enough to show him the Hilt of Doom. He's like, you don't know everything. And he shows him the Hilt of Doom, says this. Who said? Oh, right, yeah, Arondir says, "I saw this before," and then he rips some plants out of the way, and there's the hilt shown put into something that is on the wall, which I'm not quite sure what's supposed to be. Let me show. Just looks like a little yeah, so apparently this has been here. So I assume this tower was actually not built by the elves, but it was like a Morgoth tower, and they took it over at some point, because otherwise there is no way for this to be here, really. So yeah. So he does have a look-see at this, and he concludes that this is some kind of key, because he knows that Adar wants to be a god or something, and he's looking for something. So let me have a look-see at this, because I haven't. So this looks like you need to sacrifice someone. See, this goes like through this person. It's like the arm, legs, and stabs right in them. So I mean, I guess he doesn't mean a key in a literal sense. Probably like a key to some power or something he needs to do. I think it's just phrased weirdly, because the first time it's like, why do you think it's a key? That's weird. But I guess it's just more it's not in a literal sense, just like, oh, this is a key item, for lack of a better term. It's the key to this guy's stomach, exactly. So yeah, I'm guessing someone needs to be sacrificed and then something evil happens, is the idea from this thingy. Why this would be on this random tower, unless this is not a random tower and a special tower? I don't know. So yeah, this is Adar needs this, and he knows that Theo has this, so they're coming for us. They might be coming in a couple of days, maybe in a couple of hours. I don't know. And now Bronwyn is in despair mode, and he's like, you know what? We just have to fucking surrender to Adar. We're just not gonna. They're gonna crush us. And Arandir's like, oh, you're just gonna crumble in like this one part of despair. It's not over, yada yada yada. The enemy will come and this tower will fall. And she's like, oh, maybe we're just predestined to always be the evil people and have to join them and whatever. And when they say the tower will fall, they both look at the tower. And now I'm worried that they're literally gonna push over the tower somehow, and that saves them when they get inevitably attacked by the orcs. Because the tower will fall, and right after that they look up the tower, and very weirded out. They're probably gonna push over the tower, and that saves them time or something. And I also, as someone in chat just pointed out, this seems very out of character for her. All of a sudden. Because just earlier she was like, fight with me, like a couple of hours before. And then a little bit later it's like, we gotta fucking go. This is bullshit. We need, this is too dangerous. We're predestined to fight. For the evils. We need drama, Metal. Oh man, they give us drama. That's for sure. But yeah. Then we see that the orcs started marching, so they'll probably be there at daylight or something, or in the night. Actually, they probably don't want to be there at daylight. That's probably going to be a bad idea. But actually, they finished it. You know what I think is going to happen next episode? The light is going to come out, and we're like, oh, we're safe now because there's light. But then the tunnel is done, and they're going to do some shenanigans to darken the sun. And, yeah, I think that's the idea. And then they have to fight. That's my prediction for next episode. Right, so. They have, like, the little marchy march to wherever that tower is. It's, like, all the way up there. So. Durin tells Elrond that the story with the table was completely made up, and Disa wanted a new table for ages. I was like, okay then. Comedy, I guess. Just made for comedy-tisms. And Aaron tells Durin, it's like, well, I didn't know it myself, but I did not come for friendship. I came for ambition. And I actually did come for Mithril, but I wasn't aware of that myself. And when asked by Durin why, he tells them that if they don't get it by spring, so this is important, they have to leave these shores or they will perish. Their mortal souls will diminish and whatever. So the important part here is we need to get this by spring, or we have to leave, or we will die. So basically, even if this plan fails, they can just fuck off to somewhere else and they'll be fine, apparently. Can just go back to the Blessed Lands or something and just chill out there, and everything's gonna be Gucci. Because this is important the way he says it. If by spring we have to leave these shores or we will perish. So we already have a plan B that seems pretty reliable from what I can tell. From what they are saying, at least. So yeah, it doesn't seem so dire anymore, right? So I'm just wondering why Durin doesn't pick. I was like, oh, so you can just fuck off? Because we don't want you here anyway. At least most of us don't. That's probably what that's what the king actually should say when he goes there. It's like, oh, you can also just go? Well, then go. We don't want you here. Mithril is way too dangerous to mine, so fuck off. And then Durin says, so all the lives of elves lie in my hands, which he seems to take great pleasure in. He's like, can you say that again? All the lives of the elves lie in your hands. In whose hands? Yours. And he really enjoys that feeling, I think. And he's very like, okay, let's go. We gotta go convince my dad, but don't thank me yet. And then we see that the High King has been the High King. He's not hiking. The High King is hiking. I'm just losing my mind. We see that the High King has been watching them and listening to them. And weirdly enough, it looks like he's not that pleased for some reason. Isn't that exactly what he wants? He's like, oh shit, they're actually gonna do the thing. That's great. The High King, the Elven High King. He's high as fuck and kingly. So yeah, he doesn't look like happy about it. He's just looking, I don't know. Could be anything. I just found it weird that they showed him here listening, and it's kind of weird. We see Halbrand is like contemplating his thing. He gets invited to that meeting. He puts down the satchel, but then grabs it again. And we don't even see the meeting. Next scene is literally him in armor going to the ship, ready to go to war, because that weird non-speech convinced him to go there anyway. Yeah. Numenor makes they make their way to the ships and onto the high sea, and even Isildur got a place on the sea. Yay! He gets to do the stables. Also, Arian is really sad that they all go, and I guess that's not a thing she wanted to happen. They all go to the ship. The Isildur's friendos kind of laugh at him because the dad is like, yeah, you have a place in the stables. Ha 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 ha. Sweeping stables or something. And then Galadriel enters the ship and, look how fucking heroic she looks. He's like, no, Galadriel. Oh. It's like, yeah, fuck off. Whatever. I don't like you. Can't wait to jump off this one too. Is that the same armor from episode 1? Is it really? I even forgot about that. Where the fuck did she get that from? I didn't even think about that. I was wondering, they gave her an armor, but how did... So... She can't have this. She left it on the boat she jumped off of. That's where she left it. It's in the Blessed Lands. Oh, man. That was a different one. That's not the teleporting one, right? So yeah, she goes and everyone looks at her. It's like, oh, look, she looks so amazing. It's like, ooh. And then they have the epic handshake. You go like, bam, bam. We are now bound by fate, and yeah, yeah. And then they leave to the seas, and the episode is over. I like their helmets, the way they look. As long as they don't go too close to the helmets, then they look kind of cheap. But also look how the boats look. The boats look cool. Yeah. That's that. But we get this nice little shot. I like that shot quite a bunch. That looks really cool. At least the VFX artists had time to do some good stuff here. I'm really happy about that because there's some cool city wide shots and stuff in this show. I think there was some music in here that I quite liked. I think there was one. I think the one when the orcs started marching. That music was kind of cool. Where do they keep the horses? Well, they have stables. There's like a thing on the boats. Shut up, Gogor. So yeah, that's that episode. That is that episode. So yeah, that's all we got from the Harfoots again. We just did another drama thing with them, where now Nori is afraid of the guy. I wonder how long that holds up. We needed another whole episode for them to depart, so we can just sprinkle some more drama in there. Because I thought they would just fuck off in this episode. We just get some scene where she convinces him to join, but they have like this whole clusterfuck of things happening where 2 of the ships explode. You know, we only have 300 out of 500 men to go. The elves need mithril for the thing to survive. Or they have to fuck off. And the orcs are on the way, and Bronwyn's tower is kind of prepared, but also almost joined the others. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the Harfoots are even more psychotic than ever. They're just absolute insane. Yeah. It feels like the whole Elrond and Dwarven thing is gonna be his own. They're gonna be doing their own thing. I still don't know how they're gonna end up where all the others are gonna end up. I don't think they will. I think they're just gonna be doing their mithril thing. I feel like that's just the complete drama section of this show. And yeah, but if you're right. Considering all the horses should be on there, that seems like the scale is kind of off. Unless they only have like 10 horses each. I don't know. And yeah, another episode that was pretty much a drag. I don't know. The action scene was bad. And she was smiling throughout it, which was just fucking weird. I don't know. We just, that's what I meant in the beginning, where we just kind of, we walked in place. We just kind of walked in place. And we did the thing that I thought would be the beginning of this episode. So, yeah. She needed therapy for that, by the way. Dude, I don't even know why she needed therapy. That's just... I mean, I feel bad if she actually had, like, an issue going on. But I don't know how this would happen. This is weird. But, head things can be weird. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I need therapy after I'm done with October, dude. But yeah, that's that episode. Got that one out of the way. Woohoo! Again, it's still not the worst thing you will ever see in the world, but god damn, there's like nothing going on for it. It's just so lame. The characters are so lame. I don't know, man. I just don't want to see any of the characters. There's no character on screen where I go like, ooh, this one. And well, you will see tomorrow in Andor, I pretty much want to see all the characters and what happens to them next, which was very nice to see. But that is a conversation for tomorrow. That is a conversation for tomorrow. So yeah. I'm gonna do the super chats now. If you have any question-a-roonies as well, just pop them in chat, or wherever you prefer to put them. I will have a look-sees. But now I need to find the button I wanted to press. Doing all 3 of the Andor episodes tomorrow? Yes, I'm gonna do all 3 of them. By 5 hours, we'd already finished Fellowship of the Ring, and at 1.5 hours into Two Towers. Yeah, just compare to those what we accomplished in all these things, and your mind will explode. Your mind will explode. All right. Super chat to Rooney. This is Galadriel smash her pass. Don't worry, she would not be talking throughout. Oh, well then, smash. I don't need your sorrow. Shut up. All right. Doesn't do that smile from the horse. Oh my. Let's see. Sadly, Turtle here to start drinking, but let's do this. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, we got there. Anyway, hi Mutal, did you check out Parasite the Maxime? No, I legit have no time to check anything else out right now. I am fully floomed out in things I need to watch. I think I put it on my list of things to watch. Let me double check. If not, I'm gonna put it on there right now. There we go. I'm gonna give it a look-see if I have time. It's always gonna be something for the Forge I need to watch. Hey Mootle, how does it feel to watch all your favorite franchises go down in flames? Feels great! To complete the meme. Yeah, it's a weird time for sure. It's just like they all take these franchises and go like, let's gut this one out too. It's like, can we not do that, please? Oh, hang on. There's a Tempest in Me. Rings of Power is brought to you by Pepto-Bismol. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Let's see. Hey, happy Friday, Metal. Hey, happy Friday to you. What beer are you drinking? I am not drinking any beer right now. I was drinking a Dr. Pepper Zero. I'm currently hard back on my diet, so I'm losing weight right now. So there's no beer, and probably no alcoholisms in the next couple of weeks as well. So, but I do like Budweiser. That's like one of my favorite beers. Budweiser, not Budweiser. Budweiser. The Czech one, I think was that's where it's from. That's some good beer. That's some really good beer. Sober metal is boring metal. Shut the fuck up, autism. Post a map replying to you on Twitter. Pretty sure that is it. Ooh, let me have a look. See, let's see if we get some more here. Okay, hang on. Click. Let's check this out together. It looks most sensical for sure. Twitter. Ok. So, we got the line from the map. Yes. Oh, sorry, this is here. So, yeah, this is where they went. And then here. Yeah, and even there is the thing. Yeah, that looks... Yes, it's probably this way. Why would they go all this way around, though? That's weird. But yeah, this seems to be the most logical so far to me. That would make sense. But wait, no, here... They definitely went through some mountains here. So they probably went a bit over here and then here? So... Huh. Maybe this way? I mean, this could be one of them. This one seems more sensical, though, because they did pass through those mountains. So I think if this line goes a bit further down, because these are the marshes, I'm pretty sure. And then they would go this way, I guess. East of Mirkwood at the start. Okay. So more here? Yeah, so what I can conclude from that is it's still very confusing, but this might be one of the choices. Alrighty. Well, there you go. I think that was all the super chatteroonies. Yes, that is all the super chatteroonies. There we go, lads and lasses. We've done it. We have done it. Rings of Powers is over for this week. Because next week there's gonna be more. More Rings of Power. And more She-Hulk. And more Andor. And more of me going absolutely insane. So yeah, as I said, tomorrow, Andor Forge, somewhere in the afternoon. I will let everybody know on the Twitter machine. And yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my evening. Chill on my couch and play some video. So I'll see you all tomorrow. And I'll see what I'll do the rest of tomorrow after I did that Forgeroony. So yeah, thank you very much for hanging out. Thanks for all the follows and subscriptions and all that good stuff and the super chats. It's very much appreciated. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Goodbye.